I don't know if anybody remember, but a while back I made a video about this conference I was applying to go to in Paris called the Making Sense Colloquium, as it called it, people talking together, and asked for ideas, and people made some videos. Alma Farag, Gary, one or two other videos are made about that, and the good news is that I've been invited to go along, which is great. So on the 19th and 20th of this month of October, all being well, I will be in Paris making videos. Because what I did was, you may remember this from when I made the first video, what I did was I just proposed that I would go along there and kind of act as a kind of YouTuber in residence and make videos from the conference about the ideas that were being offered and about making sense more generally. I suppose particularly, although I didn't say this in the application, about what it means to make sense in this medium, but also my own interest, which is about making sense in the medium of one's own body, really, and in the medium of this apparently three-dimensional environment that's made out of stuff, and how that relates to this medium, this making sense in a digital platform of asynchronous videos, that stuff really. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Instead of me wandering through trees talking about stuff, I'll be wandering through something else, I can't imagine myself being Baudelaire and wandering through the streets of Paris, but you'll probably see a crappy Paris hotel room in the background of one of these videos. But I'll also be making videos from the colloquium itself. I don't actually know where this thing's being held yet, I'll have to find that out. As I say, make videos there. They've fairly grandly called me an artist in residence. Artist in residence. So I feel a bit of a fake at the moment. Well, having said that, I guess I've got the postmodern condition, I feel a bit of a fake at everything I do right now. So yeah, artist in residence. I have to think about what that means. I have to think about what it means to be an artist in the age of not in the age of technological reproduction, as what's he called said, but Walter Benjamin that was. But what it means to be an artist in the age of social media. Because I think it is different, it just is. The whole idea of what an artist is, which historically has been so egotistical and egocentric, not always in a negative way, but placing the person and the autobiography of the artist at the centre of the creative act has historically been what's been important over the last few hundred years at least. I'm just not sure that has any validity these days, other than commercial, you know what I mean. Of course it's important if you want to sell your work, or if you want somebody else to sell your work. And a lot of the art industry is around creating celebrity artists so that their work becomes valuable. But that's not really to do with art and all that kind of stuff, really, is it? I don't think. So there's something about artists I'm quite interested in now as a result of that appellation. And also this thing about being in residence is interesting. An artist in residence, as if you've taken up lodgings in this place. So it's just drawing on a kind of spatial metaphor, which again I find interesting and open to question. Because where am I in residence? I feel much more in residence on YouTube than I do in most of my life actually. But there you go. But certainly in terms of this conference, I know you people better than I know anybody who will be in Paris on the 19th and 20th, and I don't know you at all. So that just gives some indication. And I know the environment of YouTube better than I know Paris. I've been to Paris a few times, but I don't know it at all, really. So what does it mean to be in residence? I guess I'll be in two residences. I'll have a second home for a while there. Anyhow, that's that. If you've got anything to... Yeah, I mean, it would be lovely to find a way of involving YouTube in some way. I don't mean to exploit you wholesale. Well, I will if I get the opportunity. No, I won't. I don't know, it's just that so much of the things I'm thinking about these days, and the way I'm thinking, not just the thing I'm thinking about, but the way I'm thinking and the things I'm valuing, are things that I've learned on YouTube, or things that I've experienced through being a YouTuber, just in terms of the ways that people interact with one another, and how this particular strange constitution or congregation works, which is quite different and unique, and the very particular protocols of communication that are engaged in here. You know, I mean, I think I've learned a hell of a lot from this, really, and it's, you know, become part of my ways of thinking, and of course, inevitably, I'll be taking that with me to Paris. But it'd be nice if I could take some of you with me, if not in body, then at least in spirit. So if anybody fancies making videos attached to what I'm talking about, or would like to offer me advice on what to talk about, or knows Paris well enough to tell me what to look at, that would be great. I'll just end on this beautiful shot. Look at this light coming through these trees. The light so pale beneath the vault. Gorgeous. Anyhow, Paris, making sense. Stop making sense.